So, welcome to the release presentation meeting from Yamaha team and representatives. It's really fun to have you here. First of all, I'd like to ask your names and your position.
My name is Peter Chadwick. I'm from Yamaha Motor Scandinavia and responsible for our land products, so sales of anything from snowmobiles to motorcycles.
My name is Martin Romanowski and I'm Yamaha Team Scandinavia Team Principal. Thank you.
My name is Philip Backlund. I'm the team manager running the Yamaha Team Scandinavia team.
So, by starting with that, I have to ask you, what happened last year?
He will answer that.
Could you please give us a brief presentation of what happened last year with the team?
I think we did, if we summarize the whole season, we did a good job. I mean, we have two riders in the Superbike class, Jonathan and Fredrik. Fredrik was all new to the team and did an amazing season. All tracks was new and everything, so finished fourth in the championship and had a few podiums as well. Did a great year. Jonathan had his first full season on a Superbike. Before then he was on the 600. And I think that if we look from the start of the season with pre-season testing and then all the year through, he also had an amazing year. He was able to more or less match the two top guys. Sometimes he beat them, took some wins and massive amount of podiums. So for the Superbike riders, it was good. In the end, of course, we always want to win. We finished second and third in Swedish and ProSuperbike. With Maximus, our youngest rider, he had a great year. I mean, still so young, but the development curve was steep upwards all the time, and finished second in the whole championship. And if you summarize the whole season, I think we managed good, and we also saw the areas we as a team need to improve, and it was good. Yeah.
Fun. Speaking of the riders, Martin, how do you pick the guys or girls?
It's not so easy, to be honest. First of all, we have, from a business point of view, we want to have riders from different countries, not only from Sweden, where we are based, but also this long-term discussion with the riders who we talk to. You know, we talk with a lot of riders. What is their plan? It's not only what our plan is. And also set up the goals, who is I would say, similar to our goals. But also we need to understand that we have riders who are in different position in their development, how fast they are and so on. So we want to also have riders who's coming up, and also riders who are fighting for the podiums and the win. It's not easy, and what we're going to see now that we still continuing this, building this Yamaha Team Scandinavia to be a real Scandinavian team. So this will be more news soon. Yeah.
And Peter, you are the sponsor. One of the sponsors.
Yes.
Partner, sorry.
Yeah.
So when it comes to last year, what was your expectations and what happened?
Well, I think it's a bit like a combination of what Philip and Martin says. I mean, Yamaha, we have a vision of breeding young riders, so getting new talent into the business. But of course, also we're in there to win. So it's a combination of finding a balance between the two, and of course also showing that our products are competitive, and we believe they are. We may not have maybe the highest horsepower, but we have the overall package we believe is very, very competitive. And we also want to work with guys like Martin and Philip. I mean, really professional partners. That's key for us. So I would say that's about the overall vision we have for this.
Speaking of horsepowers, today is a different year in Sweden when it comes to racing. What's the difference here now?
In terms of, if we look at the start off with the Superbike class, They made some technical changes of the regulations. So it's more free regarding engines, for example, with tuning and so on, which is interesting. It will be, I believe, a tough season for all the teams and riders because it's all new. To find the right balance of tuning, power, and also how do you say, maintenance of the engines, and find the right balance with horsepower and everything.
Suspension.
Correct, the full package. So that's for the Superbike class, where they've also changed in the 600 class. Before it was Superstock, was more standard based. Now it's running full Supersport, also tuning class engine, which will be interesting. So for us, it's another step in the process of also pushing ourselves to develop and tune and find more, find the lost pieces, if you say. I think we are in a good place because thanks to Yamaha and all the people we know all around, I think we are in a good place to enter the new season.
To add to this also, I think it's a good because many Scandinavian riders also want to ride outside Scandinavia, and with the different regulations, it's not so easy for the Scandinavian riders to come with, our more strict regulation and then come to some other countries in Europe and they're already out from this competition because they cannot compete. Their bikes are more basic. So, but now we are a little bit on the same level. So it will open up a bigger door.
In some areas, yes.
Speaking of classes, there is a new class this year.
Yeah, correct. It's very exciting. We've spoken to Philip about this for some time, and we're very happy to be now, for this year, launching the R7 Cup. So R7 will be, again, as I said before, a step up from the 300cc class to a, shall we say, maximum affordability class. So there's no engine tuning, there's limited possibility to do anything. It's a one-make series, so it's quite strict, and that is really designed to keep the cost down and to enable lots of young people or anyone, irrespective of age, to enter the, shall we say, the road racing arena. We know it's a good package. You've already tested it, and again, it's not always power that produces lap times. It's more a question of the whole package. And here it's really again about being able to make racing available for as many people as possible. And I think ultimately we want to see more Scandinavian riders coming out and making international careers. So that's part of the philosophy behind it. We have on motocross already established a concept called Blue Crew, where we now have many riders from Scandinavia taking part and being offered a chance to ride in a European super finale, and there will be the same for R7. So we have 4 races planned for the season in Scandinavia, 2 in Norway and 3 in Sweden and 1 in Norway. And the best riders will be able to ride in the European super finale. So it's exciting.
Yeah, very. Now you have it was 2 years ago you started the R6 Cup, was it?
Yeah.
And this year is R7.
Yeah.
Will there be another one? And if so, what?
You never know for the future. I mean, if you look around, I would say the whole global arena, but if you look around in Europe, you have both the R1 Cup, R6 Cup, R3 Cup, and so on. So for the different classes, if that will be something that will be introduced here in Scandinavia, I think the future will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Last question about CC. Will there be electric competitions somewhere, somehow? Or are we still going to have engines that produce horsepowers and fumes? What do you think?
That's a good question. I think we look what's happening in the car industry. I think it demonstrates that electricity or electric vehicles is for sure coming in very strongly. But we can also see the challenges of making electric racing exciting. Some classes have succeeded, some maybe not so well. So I think, we will see electric vehicles for motorbikes as well. Whether they will be the ones that we race, I think it's too early to say. at this stage. But for sure, I mean, we're already launching electric 50cc equivalent products. We're launching electric bicycles with pedal assist. So we will certainly see more and more of these types of products.
Interesting. The future will tell.
It will.
Yeah. So when it comes to future, this year is future now. So tell us about what's happening this year when it comes to riders and what are you expecting?
I think for the most we discussed, me and Philip together with Yamaha, Peter also, is to always take next step forward and forward. And I think this year we're gonna see what riders we're gonna have. Like I said before, from different countries, more countries. Last year we have both Sweden and Norway. We will have more from countries this year, but also we are taking a step more internationally. So that's what we discussed, and we're going to present. Philip is going to present later outside, that we're going to race outside. So to start to showing ETS or Yamaha Team Scandinavia more in Europe, and that is important for many reasons. Not only to show our Scandinavian riders they can join us on their journey, but also from our different part of the company is to provide products, racing bikes and track these bikes for customers. This is what also we have planned with Yamaha together. Peter will tell it a bit, because this is not only racing for us. It's we have different parts. We have track days, we have racing, and then we have our shop who serve and build bikes.
Tell us a little bit about the new shop, the Pro Shop.
The GTR Pro Shop. The GTR Pro Shop is something that Yamaha have decided many years ago that to find a expertise in the area when we're talking about racing bikes around the track. And the GTR Pro Shop concept is building bigger and bigger all the time. We are one of them who's representative around in Europe. And what you do is that you look after Yamaha's all racing products. You train both yourself and then all the employees, all the technicians, all the people who works around it to be expert in different areas, to be able to support the customer in the best way.
So it means that not every mechanic company can work with it.
No, correctly.
Yeah, I can just add that it's only a handful in all of Europe. Very few are selected to have this special, shall we say, seal of approval or stamp that you have that kind of expertise. And if you look internationally, you have someone like Gjort in Austria, or Crescent in Britain, and Tenkate in Holland. So this is a very high level operation Yamaha has selected, and this is why we saw there's only really one possibility in Scandinavia. So we're very happy to have this, to be able to announce that we will have this Pro Shop. And I think fundamentally it means that you have to have the expertise not only to build the bikes, but you also have to have the expertise to show that you can make them go fast, meaning that you have to be actively participating in racing continuously. You cannot just build bikes. You need to, for the customers, it's a question of credibility, I would say, to show that you know what you're doing.
This is bikes both for racing but also for track days people.
Yeah.
The track days, to be honest, the track days side of this business is much bigger than racing. So there's so many people who wants to have a motorcycle. They can go to the track and have a fun, you know. So and this is not like street bikes. This is.
Speaking of track days, how many participants was there last year?
We nearly reached 3,500 customers entering into our track days, which is always good and interesting. It's building bigger and bigger and for each and every year. And we're learning for each and every year which areas we're going to focus on and develop and move forward.
It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
3,500 persons.
Yeah.
I think it also, from our side, from Yamaha's perspective, it provides a very interesting platform that Philip has, with track days kind of as a foundation. And then you have R3, R7, R6, and then the ProSuperbike team. So there are many levels to this. And now, in addition, the Pro Shop. So it becomes a very complete package for anyone who's interested in racing, starting from a young age or coming in as an older track day rider. It doesn't really matter. You can come into this from any direction, really. And you can supply the expertise and the product.
The full package. So, last thing to talk about. What can we expect this year? What will happen?
Yeah, what will you expect, Philip, this year?
Martin has been very clear. It's only wins that's possible. So no, it's. I think we are. In terms of the rider lineup, we are in a very good place. I feel comfortable with the riders and also the new additions that are going to be presented. We are also in an interesting place moving into new championships, which will be a learning curve. But I think we are in a good place over there as well. So I think we're moving into a new season with the best package we ever had. As simple as that.
Yeah, that was a very clear message last year.
Correct. It was very clear.
So the final question before I say thank you is, there are a lot of people who wonder if they can help with anything. Is there anything that you need help of from everyone here that you can request for now?
Nothing for the moment. I think we, in terms of the team of the racing, we have put all the people in place with technicians and mechanics and all the people that we wanted is appointed and we have signed them. So for now, no, we are complete.
So now we just can sit here and wait for the season to begin.
Yes.
It
When-
begins in a few weeks. They're going
Yeah,
to
tell
Spain.
us. You know what date it is?
Yeah, so one side of the team have already started with the pre-season testing in Spain, and the second part of the team will move down they will start in 14 days. So the trailer will leave just a week ahead, and then the second part of the team will start their pre-season testing, and we'll be spending a lot of time there and getting ready for a new season.
Exciting.
Very much.
I wish you very good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
thank you in advance for a pretty amazing place to be on the track days and see these guys working with their 300 kilometers per hour machines.
Minimum 300.
Minimum this year, perhaps.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Philip, it's time to present the riders today. And what I've heard is that you have 6 riders in the teams and 4 will be here today.
Yes, we have. So we have 4 riders who are going to be presented through the links. They are not here in the studio. So 4 riders from outside and 2 riders who are here in the studio who will come in later on.
Yeah. So let's talk to the first riders, and that is Jonathan. Jonathan, are you with us on the link?
Yeah, hello.
I can see you have won something before.
Yeah, some old trophies.
Yeah, it's really good. So please let us tell the audience what you done last year.
Yeah, obviously 2022 was my first season with the Superbike, and also my first season after the injury. So it was a exciting season, and we also got to learn a lot from the guys, from the faster guys. We didn't expect to be at the top right away, but we eventually got the win in Ljungby Head, so we got a little confidence boost after that. And the season was, as I said, exciting and also a little bit frustrating. But if you have told me in the start or the beginning of the season that we would be in the fight in the end, I probably wouldn't believe you. But yeah, it was in the fight in the end, and it felt quite natural. So yeah, it will be exciting to see what we can do this year after a little bit more experience and yeah, experience.
So now you've been, I guess you've been driving a while here during the winter in Spain or so. So what have you done to prepare you for this season?
Yeah, this season, probably my season with the least for winter training, because I also go to school, so I have a little bit much school to do. But we was in Jerez a couple of weeks ago, but then my engine blew, so wasn't that good of a test. But we got to get a feel for the bike and also get a feel for the speed, and yeah, the speed felt quite good right away, and yeah, it will be exciting. I'm going to ride in the Spanish Championship this season and also in the ProSuperbike Championship. So yeah, we will also have a learning season this season, of course, because we're going out with the big boys now. So yeah, I think it's been a dream for me for a couple of years now to ride in Spain, and also been a dream for me to ride outside of the Scandinavian countries. So yeah, my goal is, I think, just to have fun and to evolve and take the next step. And yeah, we'll see where we end in the end of the season, but my goal is to take points in the Spanish Championship, of course, and then in the Swedish Championship I want to, or the ProSuperbike Championship, I want to be on the podium in the end of the season. So yeah, I'll also be there to fight with the other guys for the win. We'll see how we do.
Fun. You are taking in the next level to go from Sweden now to international. Why? What do you think? What will happen this year? It must be tricky to work with that.
I mean, it's of course, as a team, it's something new. But the people that's involved in the project, also running the Spanish team, are all experienced people. So of course, as a team, it's new. We will learn, but we've been thankful to find people who've been there for years and have the knowledge and the expertise and level that we want. For Jonathan, it will be a new challenge, which is something that I know he wanted for many years, but I also think it's something good for him to boost himself and push himself even further.
Christopher, you have been driving for international core tracks a while now. And
it's been a few years.
So what is the biggest difference when you move from Sweden to international for you?
When I left from Sweden?
Yeah.
Basically the tracks and also the intensity of the riding is probably the biggest difference.
So tell us a little about, you had a year off now, so tell us a little about what your plans are for this season.
But I think to come back and race in Sweden is only one goal, is to win the championship.
And you're gonna run both in Sweden and Spain, is that correct?
I think we've agreed to do at least some of the races in Spain, but the main with the pro racing team is to do the Swedish Championship or the Pro Superbike. But I will also do the World Endurance Championship.
So you're going to run 3 different.
I mean, he
Yes.
will. Yeah, it will be for I think for Christopher, he will race for us in Sweden and in Spain, and with his old team and the team he raced for many years in the Endurance World Championship, and yeah, I mean you're gonna ride a lot of bike.
Yeah, and I think for the World Endurance Championship, or for all of the championships, it's always good to stay as much as possible on the bike and just to be bike fit and have this loose feeling of riding.
What I mean, because you're running in three different tournaments. Which are the one that you think would be most fun?
Spanish.
The Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish.
So I can see Jonathan is smiling there.
Yeah.
Good. So now we should talk to two of our new guys.
Yeah, we have. It's great. We as a team is moving to new classes as well. So for the first time, we also will be represented in the 600cc classes, and two new riders, two young riders, and which for me is very exciting.
And which class are they going to?
So we will do the Spanish Supersport 600 championship. Ola, he can present himself, and we're also gonna do the Swedish Supersport 600 championship with Alex Brodesen, which also can present himself here.
Cool. Let's start with Ola. You are new to the audience, or at least to the Swedish audience. So please tell us a little bit about your history here.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ola Gazagen. I'm from Norway, but I live in Spain. And last year I was riding a few rounds in the Spanish championship in this 600 category, but I was most of the season injured. So this year the goal is to be back.
Fun. What are you looking forward most forward at?
To improve myself and my riding and fight for the podiums.
How I have to ask, how did you select him, or how did he select you? What's the order here?
So the story with Ola, we met already a year ago in Spain and started to know each other. And over the season, we spoke more and more and more. And after the season had ended here in Sweden, we had our aim set for Spain, and it was very natural to find a solution with Ola. He's been living in Spain for many years. He's been racing in Spain. He knows the tracks. He's young. He's only 15 years old. And for Ola, it's only one way, and it's upwards. And we want to support him in that journey.
That's really fun. So what are your own expectations except just having fun? Do you have any goals for this season?
Yeah, of course the goal is to win, but also to improve from last year and make the way to the top.
And what have you trained with these winter months now, so you are prepared for the season?
I've been out on the bikes. I was some weeks ago in Jerez for 1 week, just riding, so it was very good.
And if you should make a guess of what place you will come in when the end of the final here, what do you think?
I don't know, but I expect to be at least top 5 in the end of the championship.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank
will
you.
Probably make it.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah.
We will make sure.
Thank you very much, and most welcome to these activities. So now we have Alex as well.
We do.
Yeah. So tell us about Alex.
So it's for me it's great to find a solution, a contract with Alex. Alex last year he was in the Spanish championship on the 600. He showed impressive. He was riding very good. He's a young rider, and for us it's a perfect match because we want to enter into the Supersport 600 class here in Sweden. And it just was like a glove fit. So we had a few meetings and talk, and for me it was more or less straight away. I said, okay, this is the guy we want.
Fun. So, Alex, warmly welcome. I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So, tell us a little bit about your story up to now.
Yeah, like Philip said, I was riding the Spanish championship last year, and this year I don't have the possibility to do it. So me and my father was talking about doing the Swedish championship, and then Philip contacted me, and yeah, like Philip told, it was like supposed to be.
Yeah, it must be really nice to have such a person who you are calling others people and say, we want you to join us. It must be very, very happy situation for these guys.
I mean, I hope so in the end. We will, in the end of the season, we will see. Hopefully Alex will say that, Philip, this was great and I want to continue with you. It's a new journey for us both, but we are prepared and we know what we're going to do.
Alex, what are your expectations of this season for yourself?
Well, of course, we want to win the Swedish championship, so we will do all we can, both Philip and I, so we can make that possible.
That's really amazing. When will the first race begins for these guys in the 600cc?
So for the Spanish guys, it's in April month. Their race season will start. And for the Swedish guys or the Swedish team, they will start off beginning of May. And then we'll have the season started.
Is there any chance that people can watch it live, or is it on a network station, or is it?
So in the Spanish Championship, it's broadcast through their YouTube channel. We will of course send out all the information when and times and so on. In the Scandinavian or ProSuperbike and the Swedish Championship, it's still in process if the contract will continue or not. So for the moment we're not sure. ProSuperbike will be broadcast. So that information we will tell you all about. Yes.
So we can get information from you guys from where to find to see it.
Correct.
Perfect. Well, then I say thank you if you don't have anything more to add.
Not from our side. You guys, are you happy?
We're happy.
Perfect. It's I will see you in 1.5 weeks, and we will go to Spain and ride some bikes.
Yep.
And we who watch over the telly will for sure share to you guys when you are starting this season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to everyone, and thank you for being here for this presentation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you very much. Now we have the youngest person in the team, Maximus.
Hello.
Hi there. Tell us, why have you chosen this fantastic young man?
So it was over 2 years ago. I had a phone call from Niklas, Maximus' dad, and it was just a few weeks before our first track day event. And Niklas said, "Hey, my name is Niklas. I have a son. He's just taking he's just started to ride a road racing bike, and I wonder if he can come and join your event." And I'm like, okay, but hold on, 12 years old, just trying a bike. But after a few minutes, Niklas told me Maximus' story with racing motocross for many years, and for me it was like, okay, check, he can ride a bike, he can do the gearings and braking and so on. So I said, come on, let's give it a try. And that's where our journey started. So Maximus, he was riding more or less everything he could. He took his riding license, and mid-season, this was in 2021, and 2020?
Yes.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2020. Mid-season, he did his first race and just progress all the time. So end of season, I said to actually first I said asked Maximus' mom and dad if it was possible for me to talk with Maximus about riding for us. And that's where it all started. Now we're heading into the third season together.
Yeah. So when they said yes 3 years ago,
Yeah.
what came in your mind then?
I was happy because I have just ride a stock bike before, and then I know that Yamaha has great bikes and great persons in the whole team. And I saw them. I was with them in Gelleråsen, and I sat on Alexander Lund's bikes, and I saw that this team is pretty good. And then when Philip asked me if I wanted to join his team, I was like, "Are you joking with me?" Because yes, of course I want to join. So then it all started from there.
And you have been struggling and working really, really hard. Tell us a little about last season.
It was a great season for me. I developed really much. I only go upstairs, not so much downstairs. I learned more about the bike. I got stronger and better with the bike, and I was better technique with the bike, and I thought that it was a very, very good season for me in learning and also to be faster for next year.
It must be a little bit trickier to coach a 12-year rider.
It's Pelle, you're on something. For us, I mean, for all the years, we've always been working with older riders and also very much experienced riders most of the times. And it's quite easy because older rider with experience, they know what they want. They also know what they're gonna deliver, and we know what we're gonna deliver for them. So for us, this was something completely new. So it's been interesting for us as well to understand how to coach, how to work, when it's time to push, when it's not time to push, and it's a fine balance all the time. I think that Maximus, he knows what he wants. He's working hard all the time, and we can only be there to support him on the journey and give him the best tools and equipment we can to succeed.
It's fantastic. So when it comes to this season, tell us a little bit what you have done now this winter and working with, so you're prepared for this season.
I have trained much on the motocross, and I have trained very much to get bigger muscles and better confidence to race, because I noticed that 2022 my confidence weren't exactly where I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be in the start of the season, and now it came in the middle of the season, and then I was too back in the grid, and I had to push forward, so I couldn't win. And now this season I have trained very much to be confident at the first race. So yeah, I think that I have trained more, bigger muscles, much motocross, and train my confidence.
What do you think will be the next step for him?
I mean, we at all the time we put up a plan. We know what areas that Maximus need to focus on and need to improve, and he's doing the work. And that's all we can do. We can only focus on the areas we can improve and just work hard. It's no easy game. It's just hard work. Hard work pays off.
How do you manage to mix the school and doing this?
It's a little hard to have the top grades in the school, but I think that I am doing okay in the school. I am a little better than pass, like a C in every grade. So I think that the school in the middle of the season, it can be pretty hard with the school and the racing, but I think that I managed to work it out really well.
You have done a journey which is not the same as your classmates. You have been interviewed, you've been in magazines, you're standing here, you have one of the best drivers in the world, riders in the world who coach you. What has been the most amazing thing of all this that you've been through the last years? The wow sequence.
The wow was when I won at Mantorp. That was very big for me because some incidents happened the day before, and then the day after I win one of the races in the Swedish Championship. And also when we were in Blue Crew driving in France, when I could see the big bikes and the big persons, how they work with the team and how fast they are on the track. And I also saw how much I need to develop to get to them. So that was very the two most favorite times in my season, this far.
What do you think will be the most spectacular thing that happened this year?
From in
2023 now.
I think that I hope to win the whole championship and win as many races as I can, and that's what we aim for. But I think it's hard to say what I think will be my favorite moment, but I think that if I just push as hard I can and do the best I can, I think that it can go pretty well in the championship, and I think I have a great opportunity to win the whole championship.
My last question. How good was you in his age?
That was good. Winning everything.
So there's two champions.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and good luck to this season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pelle. Thank you, Maxine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we're here with Tony, the sixth of the riders
Yes.
for this season.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Just starting, Philip, tell us why we have this gentleman here today.
I mean, Tony has done amazing. He's only did 2 seasons racing motorbikes, and what I like with Tony is his focus. He knows what he wants, and he's working hard to get there. And the development curve for Tony has been amazing. And in the end, that's what we want. Work hard work pays off.
So, Tony, tell us a little about yourself. You have been running a couple of years now.
Yes.
Tell me about the journey until now.
I did my first year 2 years ago now in the Rookie 1000 series, and I won my first year competing. And the previous year, I did the first year for me in Superbike series, and I did pretty well there also, I think. Because, as I said, I'm pretty new, and I don't have so much help with the setup on the bikes and stuff like that. I placed 7th in the total.
So that's really good.
Yeah.
So you've just been driving for 2 years now on this 2000 cc.
Yeah, I've been running on the streets since I was 21, so 10 years almost,
10
and
years,
a couple of track days on my street legal bike. Yes.
So what are your expectations for this year?
I'm very looking forward to get some help on the bike. It's upgraded since last year, and also with the setups on the suspension, electronics, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to this season.
Philip, let's talk about when it talks about suspension and all these things. It must be a lot of information that you can provide him with that he hasn't got before.
That's okay. If we see on the key benefits and what we're going to focus on with Tony is to provide a bike that's going to work as it should be around the track. With balance of the bike, like you said, electronics, but also, of course, geometry, chassis. And for us, it's what we've been doing the last 6 years. So with all the data we have, I know we're going to provide him a good package. I believe that from seeing what he did last year and also moving into this 23 season, I know that we're going to have big improvements. The goal is high, but I think we will manage.
Yeah, I think so.
Tell me a little bit, what is a satellite rider? Tell me what it is.
So we had this. We started this already 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and what we're doing, we're taking on a rider that we want to work with, and start to work with the rider, provide him with all the right information, looking over the whole bike, the whole package. So the first year is the aim is to learn and work together. And for us, I mean, in the future, we want him to be one of our front riders. That's our goal with the satellite, and work closer to each other.
What are you expecting from yourself this season now, when you have a little bit more help? You can focusing more on driving and getting help for the mechanics.
I will take in everything, all the info the team has, because I've done this for 2 years on a pretty basic level. If you look on the bike and stuff like that, and to get all the information they got on all these years, and also of course with the riding style and stuff like that. So I think I will have some big improvements this year.
What do you think that you can improve most with help of the Yamaha team?
Actually, I think to get help with the bike, because I tried one of the factory bikes in the end of last season, and it was a completely different bike. It's a pretty big difference. I didn't think so, to be honest. But to get help with the bike, and also of course with myself, and adapt to the new bike.
So the bike you had before or until yesterday, or whatever, how big different is it? Can you feel what the difference are?
Yeah, of course I can. The most I felt was in the braking, and also going out of the turns. It was much more stable than my bike, and I think it's more about the setup than the parts, to be honest. I never done anything with my suspension or geometry or anything. I just been riding.
So what do you think? Could it be 1 second per laps, or how much time do you think it could be for a mediocre?
I think it's a combination. So we know what the bike will be able to deliver. So now it's just work with Tony to also, because it's 2 ways. Okay, the bike can manage this. Now we're gonna work on getting Tony in a position where he feel confident to push the bike to that level, and that's more or less my job, to work with Tony as a coach and fine tune his riding style and everything to be able to push it. And I believe we have a good plan. We have a few weeks in Spain that we're going to work. We're coming back to Sweden. We can do some preparations, look after the bikes, put up a new plan, and then our season more or less starts. But we have a whole year ahead.
Yes.
What do you think when this season is over?
Yes.
What have you achieved?
My goals is to be in the top 5 in the total. And also get some podiums. That's my own goals. Yes.
That sounds amazing. And what are your goals?
It's pretty easy. I only have one goal. Now we're gonna be realistic. I think that what Tony just said is good. We saw what he did last year. We also know what material he was on, and for me, it's amazing what he did with the material he had. For now, it's just if I know that if Tony will be comfortable on the bike and with us as a team, he will be able to ride fast. And if you ride fast, you can get podiums.
That's how it is.
So that's why you're giving him a chance.
Of course.
And giving yourself a chance to be number one.
Yes, of course.
When will the first race start for you this year?
I'm going to Spain in the beginning of March. And I will actually stay there for 3 weeks. And I have a total of 8 days riding. So that's where it all starts. And try different setup with the bike and stuff like that.
So it's a set up weeks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. First, I mean, the first day or two it will just be to get comfortable again on being on a bike and high speeds. Fine tune just the riding positions and so on. Then the work will start. So look after the full chassis. I think we are in a pretty good idea what we're gonna start off with the base, and then it's just fine tune. We will see everything from chassis and geometry balance of the bike. Of course, we're gonna look after the electronics and to see what we can find there. But for now, because the Spanish guys have already started, we gather some data from that, which have also helped us now when these guys are going down to Spain.
Amazing. Then we will wish you a very good luck, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It will be very fun to see you this season.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.